to episode 2 of Inside the Event Industry. I honestly just thought of this name as I was posting actually my first episode up. This is not going to be yesterday, but when I posted my first episode up and was really excited, honestly, to come up with this name of the channel now. Because honestly, that's what this whole thing's going to be about, inside the event industry, the ins, the outs, the do's and don'ts from my perspective. That obviously doesn't mean that you have to do it. Anything, and I want to preface, honestly, that point, just in general, anything that I tell you, is from my perspective. Anyone can honestly have their own journey within the event industry, whatever that may look like for you guys. But yeah, I wanted to have episode 2 about probably my favorite person in the whole entire world that I honestly could listen to his podcast every single day. And if you know who I'm talking about, then you follow probably along with all my Instagram stories, my Facebook posts, I'll sometimes post about his podcast in my stories in general. Definitely always sharing his quotes and everything, but definitely Gary Vee is the guy that I am talking about, and I'm really excited actually because I've been listening to him for like maybe 2 years now, and he has a podcast every single day since 2014. So that's like 6 years, 6 times 365 is a lot of content. And I'm finally catching up to this month or this week, I think. So that tells you how much I listen to him. And all my friends know that I live and breathe and die by anything that Gary Vee says. So yeah, I really just wanted to come on to here quick and share some of the really, philosophies, things that he likes to say. And of course I wanted to obviously preface that these are all coming from him. So if you want more content information, definitely go check him out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn. Really everything is just Gary Vee. Good advertising for him, just a little tidbit. But honestly, like, one of the things that I truly just love that he says is not caring what others think. And this is where, like, a lot of people will find themselves in trouble, whether it's starting a business, whether it's getting into a career, whether it's going to college, whether it's just living life in general. A lot of people obviously have a lot of like family influence, friend influence, whoever it may be, and a lot of them get stuck on, oh well, my mom doesn't think I should do it, my dad doesn't think I should do it, my maybe significant other doesn't think I should do that. If you get stuck into that game, you're done. It's when you can almost just like say, okay, well, thank you for your input, but I want to actually do it on my own. I'm gonna do it, so respect it. But this is my journey and this is where I'm going with it, so not caring what people think or say or do. Definitely number one of the things that I feel like I always hear from him. Number 2 is to definitely not get wrapped up in social media. It is super easy to do that too. Obviously everyone sees Instagram and all the pretty pictures and all the pretty things that people post, maybe even on Facebook or maybe even TikTok. TikTok's blowing up. So I actually honestly found myself for a moment looking at someone else's TikTok and I was like, oh my gosh, they have so many followers. But then it's Gary Vee popping back into my head and I'm like, oh no, who cares? So not getting wrapped up into that. And you'll find like actually a lot of kids will do that too. So almost encouraging them not to care per se about the followers, the likes, the comments. because then self-esteem goes down, then confidence goes down, all these different things that you wouldn't want a kid to really care about, you know. So it's almost like programming them and programming that in their mind of like, don't care, you know, like don't mind what that person's doing, like they're on a different journey. You need to focus on your journey. Obviously, I really can't speak to having kids. As many of you know, I do not have kids of my own. This is going to be a new journey. I'm not pregnant, no, but once I do hit that road, you know, I'll definitely probably have to reach out to a ton of you guys. You know, how do we go about all these things? But not getting wrapped up in the likes and the comments and everything like that. Definitely number 2. Number 3, doing all of the things. I feel like a lot of the times people, especially, I definitely also felt this after college, but you know, you're supposed to have your life together I graduated when I was 21, and so we're supposed to have our life together at 21. Like, no, not really, you know. So that's my dog barking, if you didn't know. But yeah, it's just crazy to think that we're supposed to have our life together at 21 when honestly people don't even have their life together at 45, you know. So it's almost like not even caring what people think or what people want you to do. And it's going to go back to number 1, of course, you know, but trying all the things, doing all the things until you actually know that that's what you want to do. You know, I think a lot of the times people are just like, oh, well, I really want to try this, but la 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 la, an excuse. And it's like, nope, get rid of your excuse and just do it. You know, like say you've always wanted to try calligraphy, or you've always wanted to try these fun tumbler cups with, you know, names and glitter and all these things on it. Say you always wanted to try graphic design or anything, literally like everything's on YouTube, hence, you know, why you're here watching this video right now, or maybe you're watching this on IGTV, but just do it. Life is too short to not just do it. And I actually was doing a podcast and I kept saying that, and I felt like, oh shoot, like Nike's gonna come after me because I keep saying their slogan. But I mean, it's true. Like, hello, just doing all the things will tell you whether or not you like it or not. You know, you can't really say like, oh well, I don't really like sushi, but oh wait, I've never actually tried sushi. And that's actually something also that Gary Vee says. It's like, he says so many people don't like oysters, but they've actually never ever tried oysters before. So how can you say that you don't like oysters if you've never tried them? So going back to the same concept, you know, I think I'm on number 4. And it really runs into number 2, you know, with the Instagram and social media and stuff, but just not comparing yourself. Number 4. Like I said, it's really easy to do that on social media, but you have to remember that everyone is in a different part of their journey. And just because one person is maybe more, you know, documenting their journey more than you are, doesn't mean that they aren't maybe in the same steps as you, maybe further along, but that's okay, you know. I know probably it's hard to look at my stuff and be like, oh well, she's doing this, this, and this, and this. Well, it's like, no, actually, like, I'm just trying all the things, you know. Like, it's very easy to perceive, honestly, like, oh well, doing this and doing this and doing this, but honestly, like, it's kind of crazy, but I feel like I'm just getting started, you know. I feel like I still haven't really done anything which is crazy to me. But yeah, just always have that in the back of your mind. Like, you don't know where people are in their journey. You only know where you are in your journey. So just keep your head down. Just stay focused. You know, don't sit around and dwell. Because the second that you just start dwelling, you're wasting time not focusing on your own mission and your own goals and your own things that you need to do. So yeah, just focus in, keep your head down, grind it out, do your own thing, jam to your own music. Hit you guys with a number 5. That last thing that I basically just said probably would be my number 5 for sure. Just grinding it out, you know, outwork your competition. Say you have a 9-to-5 job, but you really want to start your own side hustle. You want to do whatever it may be. Well, what are you doing from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m.? You know, what are you doing from 5 p.m. to 12 p.m.? You know, that's another 7 hours right there that you can go work on your side hustle. Make time for the things that you want. Make time for yourself. Life is too short, you guys. There's pretty much honestly those 5 things that I just told you are basically the pillars that I live life on. I try to portray within everything that I do. I try to motivate my friends and my family and a lot of my fellow business owners with. Life is too short to just think about, oh, well, what if this happened? What if that happened? Don't live life with regrets. Thank you to Gary Vee always for all of his knowledge and nuggets. I'm going to keep going back to my podcast. But definitely like, subscribe, and comment to this video, guys, if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Miranda Madison Events. Be sure to check out my podcast, all the nuggets on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, I believe, a whole bunch of others. But thank you guys for watching episode 2 of Inside the Industry. See you guys later.